We talked a little bit about Haku earlier on. What are your thoughts on Haku as a person?
He's a big-hearted person. You know, he'll do anything for you. If you go with him to the bar, he'll buy you know, all the drink for everybody, and you know, if someone give you a hard time at the bar, he'll take care of that for you. You know, and he's a big-hearted guy, and he's a tough. I think to me, he's the toughest guy. You know, a person like that, you had to keep empty the shotgun. You know, make sure he don't move. You know, that's how tough he is.
What about you, as far as your thoughts on him?
I love Haku. I mean, you know, you know, to Barb and Haku, that were Hollies and that stuff, you know. But they're like me as a Holly. And the Haku was a great guy. In fact, I was there the night that he bit the guy's nose off in Baltimore.
Oh, you were there?
Oh, I was there.
You were there? Huh?
Yeah, me and I think Tonga Kid, I think was one. Because I just talked to Haku right before that, and I asked him, how you doing? He'd been drinking a little bit. Oh, Teddy, good. You know. So I just walk around, all of a sudden I see him looking straight across the bar like this. I'm kind of looking around, so he starts going right through the whole crowd. Goes straight to this guy, grab him, boom, off goes the nose. That was it. All you saw was blood all over the table, and that's when right away we snatched him, we put him in our car, brought him back to the hotel and that stuff, and you know, tried to put him away. Of course, about 20 cop cars came pulling up. You know, and he was sitting in the lobby, and we just basically went up and told the cops, you know what, give him about 15 minutes. Let him sit there, let him relax a little bit. He'll be okay. Because if you go right now, he's going to fight every one of you. He will fight you all. Every one.
Huh. What did the guy do?
Huh?
What did the guy do?
In the bar, nothing.
Nothing. He just looked at him wrong. That's all it was. Just looked at him wrong.
Wow.
That's all it took. That's all it took. Just maybe made a face at him. Who knows? I mean, anything. Huh. You know, when you get to that point, it doesn't take much.
Right.
And
the guy you end up showing, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But the police all said it. Here you got all these police in the lobby just waiting like 15 minutes. They sat there and waited too. Because, I mean, Haku was just trying to chill and that stuff then, you know, because he's talking to some people there just chilling. Huh. And I said, guys, just let him chill. When he's relaxed, he'll go with you guys nice and easy. If you go right now, he'll fight. You guys will probably have to shoot him. It'll come down to that. I mean, at that point, you know, it would come down to that.
What exactly happened? Did they get beat up by Haku too?
The guy?
Yeah.
The cop?
No, did the cops get beat up by Haku?
No. No, the best story for Haku was in St. Louis.
St. Louis.
And this was the best. That I had been there before with Haku to this club one time, and then Haku went again to this club another time. And there was these guys just, you know, calling, you know, Haku a nigger and that stuff, you know. And Haku said, brother, I'm an islander. You know, be nice. He said, I'm enjoying myself, be nice. These guys kept saying it to him, They kept getting in his face. From what I heard, he laid all four of those guys out within a split second. All four were down the ground. Off comes this police officer, and a big guy. He used to play for the LA Rams back then. And this was a story in the paper the next day. He was talking about, saying, you know what? He said, I used to play LA Rams. And he says, I used to play defensive tackle where it would take two guys to hold me. And I could hold my own. He said, this man actually took me and threw me across the club, and I'm 300 pounds. And just took me and chugged me like I was 100 pounds across the bar. Because I never flew so far in my life. You know, and that's the way Haku was. See, the thing that people don't understand about Haku, this guy's been trained in many, many different things. You know, sumo like Barb, so he has great balance. You know, if you ever saw him kick or punch, I mean, he's been trained and all that stuff. It's amazing.
Right.
Fast, I mean, just lightning fast. And that's a man that weighs 300 pounds. So he just happened to work really good.
Was there any heat, I guess, from the Road Warriors about the similarities of gimmicks at all? Did they ever say anything, rib you guys or anything?
No. Yeah, actually, it's funny because we were all in Philadelphia. We'd doing a show, and then we were trying to come up with a name for us. And out of just, I did a move and I kind of hurt Animal. And it came out that he was the one that came up with the name Powers of Pain.
Huh, wow.
We were just all kicking around names, and all of a sudden the Powers of Pain came on, and we just thought it was a great name right there.
How were those guys to work with? Because you had a great series with those guys.
No, here you are watching these guys all these years, you know, I mean, they had never taken bumps for anybody.
Right.
And, you know, and they know with our size, if they took bumps, or they could get over big time as a baby face and get over, they'd finally make that step, and they'd be, they're the best tag team of all time, in my estimation. But it was great working with those guys.
What about you, Barbarian? Did you like working with them?
Yeah. We love to work with them. We respect them, and they were one of the greatest team in in the game.
No, you guys went over on them. I think it was the Crockett Cup '88. Was there any problems ever getting them to do jobs for you guys, or?
No, those guys. You know what? Those guys are great. They were strictly business, and whatever can make money in that stuff. You know, it's if you put somebody, it doesn't matter how. As long as you do it right, it doesn't hurt you a bit.
Right.
In fact, sometimes it can make you even stronger as a babyface.
I think you guys did that, the angle, the bench press
Bench press.
competition. And you slammed his head in anything, and then he wore the mask and everything.
Yep.
Who came up with that? Was that all Dusty?
Actually, that's where I'd heard him before that, about a week before that.
Yeah.
Right.
Did a big move, went back, but somehow my shoulder blade hit him right square in the eye socket.
Yeah, it was his orbital or something, right?
Pushed it back, and he couldn't breathe right or anything in that stuff. And so we worked it out of that to work the gimmick in the bench press contest. That
He was still doing 600 pounds.
yeah, and it was amazing because here you are in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is huge wrestling, and places jam packed. I mean, they had a line down the entire street to get into that place. I wanted to get in there. And we did that bench after we did that thing with them and laid them out. You couldn't hear a pin drop in that place.
Right.
So like no one ever seen it happen in the Road Wars ever.
Right.
What are your memories of the barbed wire match you guys have had?
Just going out there, just trying to make sure I don't get cut up too much. I'm saying, hey, I don't want that wire too much on me. It's for some of the gimmick guys, that's great and that stuff, man. But you gotta be real careful, man. That barbed wire, that stuff, it's a real thing and it's sharp.
See, to me, one more here, I need to squeeze it. Those guys, I mean, I don't know about how Warlord feeling, but to me, they are the one made us. Remember when we did that bench press?
Right, yeah.
So Vince was watching.
Yep.
So, and then we remember we went around the country, just a regular match, and we supposed to shoot an angle with the scaffold match for the American Bash.
The Bash, yeah.
And I knew he's gonna come in, so then we call Vince.
Yeah. Right, you guys didn't want to do that match or something?
No. It will be the end of us.
Right, you guys.
We're too big to fall 30.
Every single night.
Right, would have been your ankles and knees would have been.
So we make a move, so Vince took us.
Huh.
I mean, those nasty boys.
Oh yeah.
I was going to ask you about them.
Yeah. Oh.
They're known for like a lot of the
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do, laughing or
What was Brian and Jerry like outside the ring?
Oh, wild, crazy.
Huh.
They live with a gimmick.
Yeah.
Nasty boys.
Yeah, they were. That was Sags and Dubs. That's what they were. They. I don't know how they were brought up in this, but it was just what they were inside is what they were outside.
Huh. What are your memories of your first feud? I guess was with Demolition, right? What are your memories of working with those guys?
I think it was great. When I was in Kansas City at the time, I went down to a show one time just because I knew one of the Demolition, Barry Darsow.
Right.
And
he's from Minnesota.
Yeah, from Minnesota. And I talked to Barry for a little while down there that day and that stuff. Just say hi, see how he was doing over there, and he loved it. And just going on, just the gimmicks. I mean, I love the gimmick outfit they had. It was a great outfit. And they were another team that over in WWF they were almost invincible. No one was touching them. And then the first time we were out in South Bend, Indiana, Barbie came in, babyfaces, and boom, they were bumping there, and the people went crazy. They'd never seen a Demolition ever do that before.
No, you guys you worked with Demolition at first, and then they put you with the Russians for like 6 months, and then you went back to working with Demolition. Why was that?
It was mostly what it was is basically to get over more in that stuff. That's what it was. Instead of why go into the angle right away, let it build.
Okay.
You build it. It's like in today's market. These guys, they try to do an angle, they want to cut them so quick. They don't build up all the anxiety for the people. Like, you got to build that anxiety, man. Build it up. That also when it comes, people just go nuts. It's like when they built up the Hogan Andre thing back then. Drew 93,000 people in Detroit. You build that angle, build it. Finally, you pop that angle, and boom, people go crazy. It's amazing.
Did you guys ever suffer any real serious injuries in the ring?
I broke my left knee from wrestling. The way I fell, accident, but I was green that time and rookie, and I didn't know better, so I fell the wrong way, so I broke my knee.
I think most of the worst, just any of us guys, bar be bad backs.
Right.
A lot of times backs would go out. That's the nice thing about tagging. One of our backs was real bad, the other one would make it up, take care of it. One time I had my back so bad that Barb would go work most of the whole match and that, so I could just pretty much come in and go out real quick.
Take care
of each other.
Right. You guys both worked for I think it was SWS for Tenero. Is that who it was?
Yeah.
What are your memories working for that company in Japan?
I like working for Tenru. I like Tenru.
Oh,
Tenru's a good man. I mean, he was a former sumo wrestler. Big guy in that stuff too, you know. I like working for the organization. They were an up-and-coming organization, and they were doing real well at the time.
How would you compare them to Anoki's promotion, New Japan?
You know, you didn't have quite the same kind of crowd because they were new. I mean, basically, you had All Japan, you had New Japan. Those were the big two promotions, and you had War, which was Tenru.
Right.
And but Tenru and them were, they were working hard trying to make it go and that stuff. And when I was there, we got pretty decent crowds. We were doing good.
Tenru handshake with the money.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Tenru,
true.
The nice thing about Tenru is that Tenru was very straightforward man, very good, very, very honest. And as long as you go out and give him his big chops, he was happy.
Yeah,
He was happy as could be. So here's the chest, do it, man.
Yeah.